All right, and welcome everybody to the Chapter 5 Solutions with me, Mr. Goldman. Yeah.
Yay!
All right, with a bonus cupcake. Number one, a 34-inch piece of wood is 5% of a longer piece of wood. How long is the longer piece of wood? I'm going to make my double number line 0% to 100%. This would be 0 inches, and 5% is 34 inches. So I know that this is going to be way bigger than 34. I know that if I had cut this up into equal parts, there is 5%, there's 20 different sections. So there's 20 different parts of 34 inches. So I can just do 34 times 20, and I get 680 inches. I can verify this by multiplying 680 by 0.05 to find 5% of it and see that that gives me 34. We got to skip this one. You're welcome. Number 3. Romeo has been flipping a coin, and he noticed that he had that the coin had come up tails 5 times in a row. The next time has to be heads, he exclaims. What do you think? Does it make sense that the coin, since it came up tails 5 times in a row, is more likely to come up tails? This should really say heads. Explain completely. But either way, it doesn't matter, right? No. Because coins have no memory.
Are you sure?
For a bonus point, you use the word independent. That was 1 extra credit point, right? The events are independent. All right. Probability of heads equals 1/2. Probability of tails equals 1/2, right? Basically, it doesn't matter. Onward. Number 4, Eddie and Leopold ran several simulations trying to determine the probability of drawing a red bean from a bag of black, white, red, and green beans. They had, after drawing beans out at random more than 500 times, concluded that the probability of drawing a red bean to be 1/5. So that means probability of red equals 1/5. Oh no, explained Leopold. We blew it. What happened? We didn't read the problem correctly, as I'm sure all of you can relate. Leopold said we were supposed to find the probability of pulling a black, white, or green. We were supposed to find the probability of not red. Now we have to start all over, Leopold moaned. Calm down. We are okay. We actually have all the information we need to answer that question too. Is Eddie right? Yes, Eddie is correct. Eddie is right. They need to find the complement of probability of red. So 1 minus probability of red equals probability of not red. So probability of not red equals 4/5. All right. At Marty's Mongolian barbecue, each customer chooses what will be stir-fried into his dish. The customer has the first choice is rice or noodles. So I'm going to go R and N. Next, the customer chooses from beef, chicken, or pork. So if I get rice, I can still choose beef, chicken, or pork. B, C, P. Beef, chicken, or pork. B, C, P. Lastly, the customer chooses either garlic or teriyaki sauce. So we have GT, 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 GT. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are 12 possibilities. I didn't make you list them all out. Thank you for those of you who did. The tree and the answer is all you needed. It was heartbreaking for those of you who made a correct tree but just miscounted. Right? But that's okay. That's what retakes are for. Question 6. The sum of 3 consecutive even numbers is 72. So describe draw. So I have I could do something like even plus next even plus next even equals 72. That would have been a good describe. This is define. This would be do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add them. And I'm going to decide if it equals 72. So the first 10, a lot of people ask, well, 2 isn't the next even. No, but if you add 2 to 10, you'd get the next even. And if you add 4 to the original even, you'll get the next even. So I'm going to do 10 plus 12 plus 14 equals, I believe that's 36, which is 2. Low. Eventually, hopefully you got to 22. 22 plus 2 is 24. 22 plus 4 is 26. That gives me 3 consecutive evens. 22 plus 24 plus 26, which equals 72. Yahoo. I do declare that 22, 24, and 26 are 3 consecutive even numbers whose sum is 72. And I really hope I used this word correctly. I have no idea if I did or not. For ELA bonus points, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. All right. Perimeter is the outside. So that's X, X, that's an X, that's an X, that's an X, and that's an X. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 X. Go to a different color. For my ones, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of people just found those 6, but you got to remember about 7 and 8. So 6x not plus 6. 6x plus 8. For the area, I'm just saying what tiles there are. There's 2x squared, so I'm going to write 2x squared. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's, and there's 3 1s. So that's perimeter and area. Going forward. Question 8. Simplify each of the following if you need them. Ask your teacher for algebra tiles. I'm going to circle the like terms. So I have a negative 2x and a positive 3x squared, or negative 2x squared, excuse me, which makes just x squared. I just have plus 5x and then minus 4. That's A. For B, first I'm gonna convert 1/4 and 5/6 to a common denominator of 12. 3 1/4 is equal to 3 3/12 minus 1 10/12. I notice I can't really do 3/12 minus 10/12, so I'm going to borrow 1 from the 3, and I'm going to add 12/12, which is 1, to 3/12. So let's see, I'll show you what I'm doing. Plus 12 over 12 plus 3/12. So all of that minus, right? So this I'm going to say is 2, and now 15/12 minus 1 10/12. Now that I have more in this that I'm subtracting from, I can just do a straight subtraction. 2 minus 1 is 1. 15/12 minus 10/12 is 5/12. 22% of 80. I'm going to just convert this. Of means multiply. 80 equals 17.6. Boom. Negative 5 minus 4 times negative 2. We have negative 5 minus 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. plus negative 3. Well, subtracting a negative is increasing the value by 8, so it's the same as adding 8 plus negative 3. Negative 5 plus 8 is 3. Plus negative 3 is the same as just subtracting 3. That gives me 0. Last question, number 9. State whether or not each of the following is a proportional relationship and explain clearly and completely. Professor McGonagall grades 6 exams every hour. I'm going to make a little table. Exams. Let's see, hours. Exams. At 0 hours, she would grade 0 exams. 1 would be 6. 2 hours would be 12. So yes. Proportional. See table or starts at origin. And doubling works. For the B, just have a table. What I immediately see is that 4 times 7 is 28, but 5 times 7 is 35, not 34, right? A couple people mentioned this too. 3 doubles to 6, but 22 does not double to 40, so doubling does not work. So no, doubling does not work. Last, Sabrina Grimm peels 2 pounds of purple mashed potatoes every 20 minutes. Somebody mentioned that you can't peel mashed potatoes, so I don't know. If you had written that, I probably would have given you credit. I don't know. So we have minutes and potatoes, P-O-T-A-T. If 0 minutes, you would have peeled 0 potatoes. 1 minute. Ooh. Well, we'll go 20 minutes. 20 minutes is 2 pounds. 40 minutes would have been 4 pounds. So yes, proportional. Starts at origin. And doubling works. Thank you.